Hi, welcome to simplyhike.co.uk. In this session we're taking a look at the Vango Tigris 400XL with the optional extra of the front canopy as well. Great little family tent this, sleeps up to 4 people, so you've got more than enough room in there for you and the kids. And Vango have just improved on last year's model, giving that extra little bit of space and also including some larger windows as well. The front canopy, as you can see, just increases the living space towards the front of the tent, so you've got a little bit of extra room for all those extra bits and pieces that you want to take with you, and also gives you some extra protection from the elements. So if we go inside and take a look at some of the details on the tent itself and get a little bit better feel for it as well. So first, taking a look at the canopy, as we said, this is an optional extra on the Tigris 400. Just increases the living space on the tent itself, so a great place maybe to set up your table and chairs, somewhere to sit in the evening, but just give you that extra bit of protection from the elements. We have 2 large windows on either side, so you get a nice amount of light in. As you saw before, a nice large doorway as well, so it makes it really easy to get in and out. It does come with a ground sheet, but it is optional to put in. Doesn't actually have to go down if you don't want it to, so you can get a bit more of a natural living space if you need it. Moving on to the tent itself. The material we've got on here has a hydrostatic head of 4000, so it gets nice and waterproof, so keep you nice and dry. And the tent and also the canopy as well has a great fire repellency and retardancy to it, so you're going to keep it nice and safe when the family's about as well. The tent again has a nice large doorway as well, so when you've got the kids, everyone coming in and out, a nice large doorway is always an added bonus. All come with the fly mesh zipper net, which is just curled up underneath here at the moment. Obviously when you zip that down, you still get all that air circulating through the tent, obviously keeps those bugs outside. We've also got a clever little zip section on here as well, so you pull the zips down and they meet in the middle at the bottom, which you don't tend to get on some other tents, so you always know where those zippers are going to be. Obviously if there's an emergency you need to get out quickly, it's actually quite a helpful thing to have. Back onto the canopy, as we mentioned before, this goes right over the top of the tent as well when you attach it, so any kind of rain that tries to creep its way in will never actually get towards the front of the doorway, so always going to stay nice and dry. And you've got a good amount of headroom in here as well, not only on the canopy but also on the tent, with this tunnel type design. Really maximises the space inside. So let's go right inside the tent now and take a look at some of its features. Okay, so here inside the 400XL itself, good amount of ventilation in here. It's not too warm, it's a nice bit of climate actually, so you're going to be nice and comfortable inside the tent. When it comes to sleeping arrangements, being a 400, sleeps up to 4 people as we mentioned before, so you've got enough room for 2 people on this side and 2 people on the other. The pod itself, really well designed for keeping you nice and comfortable while sleeping. First off, hung independently away from the external fly sheet, so it's really going to maximise the amount of air around the pod itself. Couple that with the mesh panel at the back and also the mesh panels we have on the doors, you get a nice amount of air circulating through, so you can be really nice and comfortable, and it's also going to cut down on any condensation that might want to build up inside the pod itself. Nice size space, well enough room for 2 people as we said before. These are actually independent to each other with the separator in the middle. However, this can come completely out if you decide not to use it, so you can have one large living space if you require. Blackout material on here as well, so this just cuts down any light that might want to try and get inside when you're sleeping. So again, makes it nice and comfortable for you to sleep. A couple of pockets dotted inside there as well, so you can stash all your bits and pieces that you might want to get to throughout the night. We've also got this nice large door opening on here as well, so really easy to get in and out of the sleeping areas. The doors themselves, when you're not using them, tuck down into a little stuff sack in the corner of the sleeping pod. There's no need to roll up the material and pin it back. It's all literally just stuffed into a section at the back there, so really easy to use. We've also got this pelmet that goes around the sleeping area as well, just helps hide away all those bungee cords and bits and pieces, so it really makes the whole area look a little bit more presentable, a little tidier. And it's also got the opportunity to add some extra little pockets down the side there as well for, again, all your little bits and pieces that you might need during the day or evening. We've also got Vango's TBS2 system in here as well. This is a tension band system used for when there's winds pick up slightly outside, and just gives a little bit of extra structure to the whole frame and the rigidity of the tent itself. Clipped up using some quick release clips at the top, fully adjustable as well, so you can get a good amount of tension in the tent. And when not using them, obviously when the wind dies down, these literally just tuck away in some little pouches just behind the pelmet there. Really useful little thing to have, as you said, fully adjustable as well, so it literally get a nice bit of tension within the tent and really give it a bit of extra security as well. Doors on here, obviously we mentioned, nice large one at the front. We've also got two large ones back here as well, one on this side and one on the other as well. All got the same great features as the front door. The mesh panel on here as well to really maximise the amount of air to circulate inside, help cool you down, obviously keep those insects in. You've also got the benefit of the external panel as well to give that extra bit of privacy. Moving further along from that, we've got another TBS system which you can pull up inside here as well to give the extra bit of rigidity. There's also another one towards the front as well. And then just to the other side of that, we have the other large window. So this is another thing that Vango have improved on this season. Big windows allow a lot of light to flood inside the living space, really make it nice and comfortable for you. These have got privacy blinds on that tuck in behind this little panel at the base here, and then using the zips you can quickly pull those up in the evening to give you that extra bit of privacy. Just below the windows, we've got the one on this side, one on the other. We've also got these vents towards the bottom here. So there's another thing Vango have included this season to improve the tent, lower level vents. And there's a little dome structure on the external part of this vent that helps channel that air up inside to get some nice, fresh, clean air to circulate inside the living space. This is going to cut down on any condensation and also create a nice climate inside. When it comes to the flooring and the ground sheet, bathtub style design, so it curves up around the sides here, stitched right into the fly sheet on the external section, so it's going to stop any water from getting inside and also help prevent those bugs from getting in as well. Shown here with a optional carpet as well. Another little great thing to grab if you can. It just helps retain the warmth inside the tent, keep you nice and comfortable. So as we said before, a fantastic little family tent this. Couple it up with the canopy we've got on the outside, just increase that living space. You've got a really fantastic little family camping tent.